Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing on this fine Thursday evening? I'm all fueled up. I just had a lovely steak pie. So we're all fueled up for the next hour and about an hour and 3/4. So now, if you're just new to the stream, then we normally I like to start with a sporting waffle, which is essentially pick a couple of topics, talk about them, and then get straight into the games. Now, I was expecting, well, we're sort of at that period, in NFL free agency where most of the news stories have happened, so there's nothing new to react to. But and naturally one of the main ones is the Ravens backing out of the Max Crosby trade, and naturally think in Tuesday's stream I sort of referred to the mention of how their ability to constantly get compensatory picks sort of mitigated the first rounders, and naturally it's sort of a null and mute point. Now they backed out of it. I mean, it's in terms of backing out of it, it's sort of naturally referencing the medical concerns. That should have been part of the thought process when you consider they shut him down for the final two games of the season. Should have prompted at least some due diligence of the nature of the injury or injuries. And well, of course you may sort of get concerned. Science has never been more advanced than it is now, and players are coming back from these types of what would be in years past serious injury at the sort of similar level. And I'd love to meet a player that isn't battered or bruised or you can contort it into some degree of it's got medical concerns. I mean, so it's always good to back your convictions, no matter what way you slice it, whether that be in sport or in life. You always back your gut feeling. If your gut feeling is we needed a Max Crosby, then you should go for it. And there's always going to be risk with every move. So, and with Max Crosby no longer being, he was never a Raven in the first place, but back to being a Raider and not a Raven, you can't help but put two and two together. As the title of this article is indicating, of how start to doubt Eric DeCosta's long-term vision, in the same respect of you could easily see it prompting question marks in ownership's head in respect of indeed another fresh change at the GM position if they get another 9-8 season or a sort of a very bland, mediocre season. Because as I said, part of the GM's core responsibility attributes is ability to make key decisions under pressure, whether it be trading up for a pick or trading down or letting a guy walk or bringing a guy in this particular case. Irrespective of whether it pans out or not, you want them to back their own decisions, and this just makes you, as reputation is one thing, you can easily rebuild that with hitting on a couple of picks, but and the fact that they're always consistent to be not poor each year. Obviously 9-8 is a semi-fall from grace considering where they have been in the past, but still. And yeah, then pivoting on, This is sort of, I was going to go on this article, but it's sort of all relating to the same point. And I don't quite understand. Well, I understand it. I just don't necessarily agree with it in terms of you traded up so much for a first rounder. You should believe in him to the high hilt and bring in a Kyler Murray. He's kind of that QB2 that you think could be a QB1. So therefore, there's not a clear dynamic there's not difference, if you see what I mean, in terms of naturally you say competition is good, but at the QB position you'd probably want to say it's the opposite in the respect of you want someone that's clearly the guy and someone that can come in there if someone particular gets injured. Obviously then you could then say, well, he's always injured, but you know that's not what I'm saying. It's I would be firmly of the opinion you ride with him until you've never been more sure that he's not the guy. And actually, you didn't go back to the injuries. I just said and as we sort of saw, if you can learn anything from Sam Darnold, we're steering the Seahawks to a Super Bowl, is that sometimes it takes time for a QB to develop. Naturally, you can't wait as long as it's taken Sam Darnold, but for a player that hasn't been on the field as much, that's the only place you're going to generally learn and go through the struggles of early career development. So, and bringing in someone that's very capable of being the QB1 as well, I fail to see the long-term benefit. It just feels like you're spreading your resources over both. In reality, in the long term, it does neither. And yeah, there's also one on. I wanted to get that one up. Excuse me. I saw this and it tickled my fancy. I just want to. Geno Smith is in New York, is he not? Yeah, he's a Jet. But so the Pittsburgh are in a really strange position in the respect of if you believe this sort of statement in question, the Steelers definitely feel like a team that's clinging onto the past a bit too much, and sometimes you just need to accept and press the rebuild button, and this year of all years seemed like the perfect opportunity to do that because you moved on from an incredibly established head coach, and with how, I mean, their roster's pretty old. That would be a perfect point to do a wipe. I'll say a wipe. Sort of a mini purge of the roster. And you look at it and you... Like, obviously, they traded for Michael Pittman. You go, that's both understandable and moderately strange. How much dead cap have they got? Not too bad, but it's, I mean, it's you could quite easily just do a quick refresh and take another stab at it next year. I mean, it's okay. It's kind of primed for that for next year. Really got in free agency, unsigned. Johnny Caldaga. No one really. Or naturally, sort of bring up sort of Joey Porter Jr. I hope then they pivot towards obviously understanding who the QB is going to be, but then at that same time trying to be a bit more proactive. And I'm always of the opinion giving contracts out proactively is in the best interest of everyone. Best interest in terms of your cap situation, and that's the point. Did Bradley Chubb get signed? Bradley Chubb. Oh, okay. He's now a Bill. Where's his contract? 3 years, 43. So just a smidge under 14? 14 and a bit. It's 14 and a bit. So it's a 2-year deal for all intents and purposes, 29 million guaranteed. Yeah. It's not bad, pretty good. Chosen not bringing back Joey Bosa, but disagree with that entirely. You should, if they're drafting a QB, they should never brought him in the first place. Detroit are in a semi-peculiar. I say semi-peculiar. It'll be interesting to see how they bounce back because they're always sort of that hallmark of a team they are going to be one of the best run franchises in the league because of how similar to sort of the Eagles, you'd say, in giving out their contracts. But yeah, let's get rid of that. Change don't make. I'd be interested to know the TV ratings for the World Baseball Classic because I'm always of the opinion that the MLB, not quite the NFL, because it's only a sort of a one nation sport, but rights ratings. Opinion that the MLB and the NBA specifically can copy the NHL and utilize international events like the WBC to really push international growth. I mean, it's something that very much fallen out of love. There's focusing on other sports, and then the Four Nations tournament came about. And with it sort of being streamed over YouTube and it's sort of no price barrier, it's the perfect avenue, having the best players in the world all going against each other, wanting to beat the living daylights out of each other to a new fan base. And if whether it be putting on terrestrial TV over the UK, that'd be great. I mean, it's so let's just look at. Obviously, it's then contingent on the big nations doing really well each year. But if you're going about it, if you're looking at a version of replacing the WBC, then quite simply you the top 4 teams, whether it be probably Dominican Republic, Japan, America, and who else? Let's look at the WBC quarterfinals. So it's Korea versus Dominican Republic. Like say you brought off sort of 4 games of Japan, America, Dominican Republic, and Korea. Then that is a that is a night and day better equivalent of a All-Star weekend. Obviously, would be a longer tournament than the All-Star weekend, but still, if you can get the players on board, I think it'd be phenomenal for the league, and if you can then somehow move it ahead earlier in the day to then get some of the you probably say sort of the European teams, and I suppose then if you bring in a sort of Korea and Japan, you probably want the inverse, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to say. Miami, Houston, okay, but yeah, it's but it's something I hopefully yeah, and that's interesting in terms of naturally Jonathan Allen is a defensive tackle, and actually will people will sort of get caught up and rate it and give draft grades based on names rather than actual doing a deep dive into production. And while many will sort of go down the route of Jonathan Allen and he's sort of the type of signing that Bengals should be making, I can't quite help looking at it with a glass half empty mentality. And I mean, nothing's really going to change for the Bengals if they can't quite nail the draft in the nicest possible way. That's how you build teams, and they've made a right arse of this, quite simply. So a 2-year deal. So essentially, it's an elaborate one. It's an elaborate one, and I'm pleased in a respect that they didn't give him the 50 million for 4, but you because I can't help but I presume part of it is there's some void years just to lower down the cap hit, but you can understand why the Colts were a bit more aggressive. Obviously, they traded away Zaire Franklin and Michael Pittman, but they're going to have to get incredibly creative. And when I saw this particular, I wonder if it's been updated on here. 1 second. Oh, it potentially has. Oh, there is loads of void years. So all intents and purposes, it is a 1-year deal. That's then post June. Okay. So yeah, it's a game a more elaborate 1-year deal than the transition tag that they initially had him on. That's fine. It's and then the dead money. You that becomes less and less of an issue as they go on. But I'm pleased they went. It's sort of common sense prevailed, nicest possible way. But it's second. But yeah, there's no way in God's green earth that 10 games or so can cover over, how to put it, It's the... Yeah, it's... I was very much in the camp of think the strength, the size that Daniel Jones beat overinflated his value, and why I thought it was a terrible idea to give him a long-term deal at the 50 million that he initially wanted, quite simply. And so I'm just replying to something. Yeah, why that is common sense prevailing. And we end on Spurs as decide whether to go play a bit of Arc Raiders or just go down the Balatro route. Who's me? It's one of the problems of having a big dinner. It comes out the other end, and the thing that annoyed me about Tottenham is it's a club where it's really paying the price for not knowing where it wants to go, and even more simply, the values it wants the club to have. Because even if you're appointing an interim manager, you can still select a manager that personifies some of the values you want in your manager. It may not be the ultimate answer, but bringing in someone that's just known for being a rescue job specialist, you obviously don't know the values that you want every single member of the organization to have, along with even suitability to the league and all those types of things. And it's reactive, short-term decision making, and that never works. And when it's narrow-minded along with that, as the Igor Tudor signing indicates it has been, then that's then you're doomed to rights. And when that's been going on for a couple of years, not knowing where you're going and what you stand for, combined with reactive, narrow-minded, short-termist decision-making for a long period of time, then you're going to be damned to rights and people overtake you, because that's how you sit still, ultimately. And even like, you look at the sort of the person on screen, Dominic Solanke, in terms of he was brought in to be the answer forward, and then I believe they brought in Richarlison, or Richarlison was always there and he was never the answer, and you're going, you can't just keep it's further illustration of it just strikes of people that are not knowing where you're going, and you're always doomed to rights in that particular, if you're going to make decisions based on that. So anyway, so question is, do we go Balatro or we go Arc Raiders? I'm going to give Balatro a go. I really am. Let's go. Because I'm thinking at the weekend of really spicing it up a bit. And potentially going sort of like a Rust on Saturday, or even a Sea of Thieves on Sunday, to get a bit more get a bit more engagement with other people. Ooh, a straight flush. No, it's not. Just a straight. That's slightly disappointing. That should do it. Nice. It's a good start. Apps. So we've got enough for that. Times 3. Flash. They're not good deals. I don't want that. So let's go down this route. So that's a good one for the short term. Retrigger first play card used in 2 scoring. So that's the bum bum bum. That's. So this is choose 2. When round begins, add a random playing card. Ooh, that's interesting. So let's do this one, and we'll do this one. So I know this one's not going to be a flyer. I say flyer. Let's try this one. Okay. So that and a, let's do the pair. Let's get them out of the way. Then it's full house. Nice. Card's a bit of a waste. Need to make sure I sell it before I lose track. So that's for a pair. I can come back to that. Let's get the straight times 4 mult. At the very beginning, that's nice to have. Enhancement. No, that's not good. I don't understand the value in that. So still got 13. Let's do Arcana. Arcana. 2 planet. Left to right. Left to right's pointless for the hand that I have. So let's 2 cards, lucky cards. So let's do them. Next round. Discard 2 run. That's an easy one to overcome. It's the best option. Nice. Use. So those, I'd be grateful if I can. So that's 50 contains 2 pairs. So I've now got a full card of available in the shop. Rather not. Let's full house. No, I could do actually, but still. 2 bonus. 3 to diamonds. 2 tarot. Destroy 2. Let's go 2 tarot emperor. Oh, that's handy. Nice. Great news for the parish. Let's do buy and use. Two pair. I didn't even upgrade that. That's annoying. Do this one. This is the interest round, so let's go this one, I guess. Next round. Use. Nice. And that's lucky cards, so I don't have to play that right now. Why is a flash? What am I talking about? It's a straight even if I could, if I knew my hands. So I got one more round of that, and then in terms of, so that's probably, that's about to go. That's there, so yeah, fine. Okay. Should I just sell that so I can get two? Probably should. That's 2 jokers. In reality, it's... We can... Do I need it more cash? Not really. Let's give this a run. Not in the best situation in the world, but... Yay! Can't be enjoying him. Doubles it. Next! Drawn face down. I still got the one where it doesn't. Discard. Okay, so let's try and get away with play hand. So now I do need to discard. Okay. So I've weathered it pretty well, but you wouldn't say great. That should get me over the line. So, okay. Let's actually do that. Let's boost my deck, because then I've got the free reroll, haven't I? Let's do that one. Reroll. If it contains a pair. In case of that one, maybe? Let's do... I don't really... Not that bothered by... Do that one. I've got the cash. I might as well. Take that. Next. So I want to try and pull an extra... So I want to try and get... They're just... So now, which one's the most useless? Probably that one still. That one's not too far behind. So that... Let's sell it. Just so I've got... I can add this and not be... Nice. I'm happy with that. Go well with that, I suppose. Do you know what? I'm going to run with it. Because every card... So therefore, every card gets a ×2 mult. I think that's all right. So might as well just get an extra jack and then... So let's add some lucky cards as well. So add. So these are... This is going to go nuts, shouldn't it? Make sure you're using them. Planet, so still not missing out on anything. Creates a planet of held. Let's go this one. Oh, actually, that one. Want all the terror opportunities I can get. Next. One hand. So let's use this. Use. So now ×6. 2 pair is my default anyway. Oh, oh, it's literally only play. I didn't read that. I thought it was like one hand of. That's aggressive. Right, I didn't read that at all. Whoops. Next. Really? I'll do anyway. Can I get a malt? I can. Bomb. Good start. So I can't get that. Lucky cards. Maybe. What's next? Let's do that. Didn't work. Let's do that again. So let's just get something on the doors. And this should get me over the line. Yeah, it should. Yeah. So my theory is I've got a flush open. Let's see if that doesn't help. It clarifies what I'm going to do. Yeah. Nothing's really on. Got 3 hands left. So I don't need to force it just now. Now I need to be slightly concerned. So let's do a mass discard. Let's do another discard and just hope it does pan out. Thank you very much. Nice. I don't think that's worth it. Rather go boost. Nice. Be good to start because I haven't really got any. So I can then go for that because I haven't. I got the wiggle room. 2 pair. All day long. Then full house, I guess. Let's do that to start. Probably could have. Did I just draw all spades? Did as well. Let's try that. I've still got 2 discards, so that's the best. There we go. Not great. That's not great either. Might as well use it. Must play 5 cards. Right. So I'm pleased I got that now. Actually, must play 5 cards. So it's 2 pair and then ones is the. And then that because every play card gets. That's okay. Not terrible. I reckon let's just do a hang on. There we go. Boom. It's so 1, 2, use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What happened there? 12. Nice. That's what I wanted. Let's give it a go. I mean, that's the one that's probably the best option I have, isn't it? Unless you're going for a jack, but that's a 2 and ridiculous head chance. Good start. So let's get it done now. Give me something that gives him mult. That's the card I wanted. Next. So I need as many terrors as I can. So let's do that. So only a planet, so it's not that much of a big deal. So this, I guess. I mean, we don't start with. Oh, good. Every card counts. So essentially, what I can do is if you're not given hands. So that 6. Cool. Let's do playing cards. Next. Cool. I still have Jack. I have pair, but let's get rid of them. Thank you very much. Right, so 3 of a kind straight. None of them. So let's just do that. 1 in 4 or 2 bonus cards. I hope one of these isn't that hermit one. 3 to spades, 1 glass card. See there. None of them are even remotely worthy. So let's keep the cash and move on. That's 2 mults. Let's do that and that. Use. Blue Planet, whatever it's called. Held. Cool, fine. I don't need you anymore. We've got a pair anyway. So that died. Straight. Use. Okay. 10, so we're all good, and then we'll reevaluate. So if I do that, let's do that. So that gives me 1. 2 planet cards enhances. Oh, that's evil. I can't go for that one. That's really annoying. Let's try it. Cool. Does as well. Does. Must have room, so I can't go for you. 7. Do I enhances 2 into lucky? Let's go this one. Make you a lucky card as well by having a mult. Let's try it. No, you can't. The wall. Oh, goody. Let's do that. Use. Let's do use. 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 Okay. So I have a flush. Let's do that. Not a great start. They're fundamentally useless in this run. Every play card counts. Let's do that. I really don't like my chances. I really don't. I'm screwed. Yeah, no. Damn you, the wall. Really annoying. really sort of improvising, and I'm, God's sake, this is really bad. You muscle it over the line there. Christ. Right, so that'll still be there. There we go, that one. Let's get over the line. Let's use that and then that, I think. I think that gives so much. Prevents death. Yeah, why not? Got no cash though. Must play 5. That's, there we go. Nice. Safe. Okay. This is really annoying. Gives me something. I need to get more malts just to... Okay. That can be beneficial. I'm sort of preempting getting that tarot card again by going hard at the beginning. That's pointless. I haven't got many jokers, that's... Do that. Next. Let's do a sort of a semi-card bin. Done by just getting the flush and getting over line at the same time. That's what we wanted. Buy and use. Cool. Cool. I haven't got any spades to use. That's great. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Now let's convert 3 to spades. Use. Just to use it. Will you? Oh, it's extinct. So now I need malts now. Contains a pair. You asked my question. Let's re-roll. 2 pair. You can easily get both. I'm prepping for the tarot card I don't have. Is that good? So pair, self-destruct, played hand. So essentially it's don't discard anything. Right. Bum 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 bum. So that's perfect. Because that doesn't come down. It's upgraded times 1. So there's another upgrade. Because the nice thing is that one doesn't come down. Let's go Arcana or Arcana? Doubles money. Double it, please. Next. Let's double. Oh, hello. So what can I do anything? So let's use. I'm so smart. Nice. If I had that card that it was where everything, so that creates 2. I haven't got space. Let's double that and let's get this one as well. Creates a random joker. Nice! Excellent. So I got that. And then an amazing 2 months. Let's get this out of the way. So I still got that. So essentially playing a... Oh, hang on. Whoa. I just read that as well. So I need to do a big discard, and I need to use these up, don't I? There we go. It's... Even though that is a massive waste of that, I need to get past this hand. Nice. So it's playing pairs essentially. Yeah, that one. So I have 5 hands. It's really annoying that I can't upgrade it. But I have to keep trying to upgrade that one. So I've got the melts to get through. Straight, I'm not a straights player. No way. Yeah, why not? Nice. Nope. What essentially I'm going to do is play a hand that doesn't really score. Still achieve that. Contain, so I can still... That should upgrade. There we go. There we go. Now, do I get that for a ×10 mult? I'm going to keep it, you know. I want to keep it. So that's now ×12, ×8, ×7. Let's do that and give myself more time to think. I don't need cash. I need high value cards. Which are big blind. That's why. So I need to get not bad. Not great, but not bad. Still got 3 hands to play with. Now I'm slight. Do I waste? I don't think I do. I'm gonna keep it. That's why. I'm gonna play the. I've got a straight there already. I'm gonna go for the straight upgrade. Still get over the line without even needing it. I'm pleased I did that. Let's do that. No, it's not worth it. Next. So that's ×18. Think about it. Let's upgrade. So essentially it's, do I want insurance over that? I really don't know. Gonna run with it because I got that one coming down. Now we're cooking on gas. Thank flip. Contains. So let's get all these and try and yeah, why not? Hopefully one of these is a money one. There we go. Next. 1 in 7's drawn face down. Okay. Doesn't really help. I think I need to do a let's do that one into a use. I really couldn't care less about that, so let's do. I think I'm going to salvage that. That become that. That can become use. That's a 9. Thank you for showing me what that was. So I'm going to do that, that. And get essentially there. I mean, the only card that I'm really looking for is that tarot upgradable one. And this is the hand you always want to see, where you've got absolutely nothing. So I haven't. Oh, you do. That's a elaborate straight. Pretty good, actually. I do say so myself. That's a sort of a 21, 28, 15. Yep, fine. Do that. Why not? Let's do that on a 10. Do it on a 5. Do the any suit. God, I'm getting full houses out of my ass. I can upgrade with just left into right. Yeah, let's get both. Buy that one. Don't need any more cash than I currently have. No. Red seal. Right, should have done it to the melt. So let's go left in. So it's the left. So converts the left into the right card. Okay, so let's do that. Use. Then let's go that for the 2 pair to upgrade. 1 into a steel card. So might as well make. Let's see if I wonder if I was upgrading. I thought, yeah, why not? Still got time. Let's can't be having. Nice, really good. I think now is when we're starting to see the limitation of having the self-destruct. I haven't got the space, so I have to 3 of a kind. Why not? Buy and use. Just gonna go that one. Actually, it's not. How can I do this? Oh, that's a. I'm not gonna waste on them. I've got a pair there, because I could easily use that just to, if I need to. Let's convert that into a jack. Use. Perfect. Now I've got 2 pairs. And then I still got 1 to... I got 2 for lucky as well. Let's go foil. I'm gonna have that one. And let's... Okay. This really isn't the hand that I need. Oh, it still works though. One contains a pair, so I get them. Now we're talking. I really should upgrade because it's 2 pairs of 2. Oh well. Got loads of cash. That's all right. Need to use that. Let's try and do that. Even though it doesn't have anything, it upgrades that one. I think I can still get in over with one hand to spare. Left into right, it's a good one. Malts. Let's do that. Do that, malt. I need to do a discard, so let's just make it a big one. I know it's not good, but still. Gonna have to, aren't I? Yep. That's why I did that. Now I need to keep that because I can see the times 4 mile. That's nothing to me. One of the next blinds I have coming up is at 300,000, and I need to just go locked and loaded into it. No, I next round gonna have to. It's that one there that obviously need to get to it, but let's upgrade. Don't break, please. Damn it! Nice. Now, why you've lasted so long, and I'm so pleased I didn't get rid of you, is that It's a self-destruct. So it's 300,000. So I need to get 70. I need to get that amount of points. Here we go. Lock in. I'm happy with that start. Really nice. I'm not getting to that score, but I'm surviving. My aim is just to survive using that. I don't think that's good enough. Okay, that is why I did that hand. Delighted with that decision. So for all intensive purposes, I have at least 25% in your self-destruct. So for all intensive purposes, let's try and get over the line. I'm not going to get a pair, so let's keep Jack, Ace, King, Jack, 10. So I'm over that, so I'm not dead, which is good. So I can afford to be Lucia. Go for the pair and just keep playing, not wasting it. So I know I didn't make it, but I got that. And that is why I kept that. Let's go endless mode. Could have done with that and last round. I'll tell you that. Even though I know I'm going to die at some point in the very near future, that's why I just play just to get rid of her. Gonna play it, even though I think it's semi is sort of a waste. This should be a... It doesn't upgrade, but it should be. And then... just to upgrade. Could have used that one, I suppose. I want to get that Arcana one. It's ×8. Flash. $30, so let's... So, yeah, for all intents and purposes, it's play 2 pairs. 2 pair. So this is a semi-waste. A discard that's not a discard. Because that is essentially a 31. So much doesn't really matter, does it? Just play there. Oh, I could have used that as well. Reality is a bit of a waste, but oh hum. Nice. Might as well just use it. I got the cash and it's endless mode. I make enough money and it's just about surviving, so I really couldn't care less. It's the hand that gets me the most points, so not really that bothered. I'm just gonna keep going until I die. Buy and use. Use. Straight flush. Use. Jumbo. Can I get that to a times 100? Probably not, based on just saw how many points I need to get, but it's giving me cards, all the ones I need apart. I think this is the end, to be honest. Still got a chance. Still got a chance. No, no, I don't. What am I talking about? It's 56k. I haven't quite mastered the endless loops as well. Now we get it up to main menu. Let's see what I have. It's interesting. 3 of a kind. Ew. Right. I am going to log off there. It has been a pleasure as always. Have a good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. I'll next be live at 10:30 on Saturday for either Rust or Sea of Thieves. I'll see you then.